Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening all. What we did last session?
Nested if else, sir.
Okay. So for single condition checking, we are using if else. For multiple condition checking, we use nested if else. Next. So we completed 2 statements. Second. So if else and a nested if else we completed. Now let us move on to the while statement. So what is the use of while statement? This is the syntax of while. First of all, let me show you the syntax of while. While some condition I can provide and some statements I can have to write. See, what happens here is, in case of while, first the condition is going to be checked. First of all, the condition will be checked, true or false. If the condition is true, then statements will be executed. Again, condition is going to be checked. True, statements will be executed. Like that, it will continue until the condition is satisfied. So what while is doing? While some condition is going to be checked, true, statements will be executed. Again, condition will be rechecked, true, statements will be executed. It will be repeated until the condition is failed. So in case of if else, what happens is the condition will be checked and the statements will be executed only once. In case of if else, see, in case of if else, what happens? First condition is checked, true, statements will execute. How many times the statements are executing here? Only once the statements are executing. Whereas in case of while, what is happening? The statements are executing repeatedly until the condition is failed. So whenever you want to execute some set of statements repeatedly based on a condition, then we are going to make use of while statement for it. Only once the statements has to be executed, then we'll go with if else. If you want to execute the statements repeatedly multiple times based on some condition, then we are going to make use of while statement there. So depending on the situation, related statement you are going to make use. The situation will demand you what kind of statement you have to make use. Let us see an example for it. My requirement is I want to calculate the sum of first 10 natural numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to 10 number sum I want to calculate. This is what I want to get. So my requirement is I want to get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to 10 number sum I want to calculate. How manually you are going to solve this? First you will add 1 plus 2. Then 3 you are going to get. 3 plus 3, 6 you are going to get. Plus 4, 10 you are going to get. Plus 5, 15 you are going to get. Means two numbers you are adding. To that result next higher number you are adding. To that result next higher you are adding. Like that some task repeatedly you are performing. This is the situation where you are going to make use of the while statement. Whenever we want to execute a set of statements repeatedly based on a condition, that will be done with the help of while statement. I'll show you practically with an example. Adding a new class file. Calling it as using while, I'm going to say, attaching the main method. An integer variable I'm taking, I, with a value 1, and another integer variable s with a value 0. The variable I would like to use for I would like to use for incrementation. The variable s I would like to use for cumulative sum. Let's see how to make use. Then I am going to say while I less than or equal to 10, s equal to s plus I equal to I plus 1. Finally, my variable s is having the result. So the sum of first 10 numbers is the result of s I'm trying to display. Now, internally what will happen? I declared a variable I with a value 1, s with a value 0. And initially, what is my I value?
1. Answer.
I value is 1. Is 1 less than or equal to 10?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Comes into the loop. S equal to S plus I. Now S is 1 plus 0, 1. Increase I by 1. I becomes 2. Again condition will be checked. Is 2 less than or equal to 10?
Yes.
Yes. And now coming to here. S equal to S plus I. Now S value is how much? 3. 2 plus 1, 3. And increase I by 1. I becomes how much now? What is the I value now?
4.
2 plus 1, 3. Again condition will be checked. Is 3 less than or equal to 0?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Comes to here. S is 3 plus 3. 6. Increase I by 1. I becomes 4. By this time what I have? 1 plus 2 plus 3. Sum is there in the variable called yes. This is the way how the addition is going to be done. After 10 iterations are over, I becomes 10 plus 1, 11. Is 11 less than or equal to 10? No. Comes out of the
No,
loop.
sir.
And by the time, what is the value? What are the values of that particular yes variable will be displayed? The sum of first n numbers it is going to display. How much? The sum of first n numbers. 10 into n plus 1 by 2. 10 into 11 by 2. 55 is the answer. What you will get? Let me try to run this and see the result. Executing and see. The sum of first n numbers is 55 we are getting as out. This is the way how to work with the while statement. Understand?
Sir, can you please repeat it again?
So what is the use of while statement? Whenever you want to execute some set of statements repeatedly, whenever we want to execute some set of statements repeatedly, then we are going to make use of this while statement. And how you are going to do that? For example, while condition statements you are going to provide. So first one, it is going to check the condition. True, statements will be executed. Again, it will check the condition. True, statements will be executed. It will be repeated until the condition is failed. Once again. So in my case, what I want to do, the sum of first n numbers I want to calculate. So first I took I value as 1, S value as 0. So let me clear this once. I'm taking the I value as 1, S value as 0. This is for incrementation. This is for storing the sum. Next, initially I value 1. 1 less than or equal to 10. Yes. Comes here. S equal to S plus I. 1 plus 0. 1 is stored. Increase I by 1. I becomes 2. Again, 2 less than or equal to 10. Yes. Comes into the loop. S is S plus I. That means 2 plus 1. 3. Increase I by 1. I becomes 3. Like that, 10 times it will iterate. After 10 iterations are over, I becomes 10 plus 1, 11. 11 less than or equal to 10 failed, comes out of the loop. By the time, what is the value of S it is going to display? That means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to 10 number sum it is going to display as output. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Any questions to others? Clear? Next. Like while, we have another statement called do while. So what is the yes, Ibu. If see the logic you have to understand here, irrespective of the example, because we do discuss about them once again when we come across our testing, how to make use of them in testing. We'll see. Just understand the logic, how the execution is going to happen here. Yeah. Like while, we have another statement called do while. So what is the use of do while? Do while is used in the similar way. Why you are using while? To execute some set of statements repeatedly based on a condition, we are using the while statement. In the similar way, if I want to execute some set of statements repeatedly based on a condition, do while can also be used. What is the difference between while and do while? See, in case of while, what you are writing? While condition, some statements you are writing. So first condition is checking, then statements are executing. Again, condition will be rechecked, true, statements will execute. Like that, it will repeat until the condition is failed. This is the way how while is going to execute. In the similar way, how the do while is going to execute. If you observe the syntax of do while, it seems to be like this. Do while condition. And here I can have some statements. So in case of do while, first the statements are going to be executed. After that, the condition is going to be checked. So in case of while, what is happening? First condition is checking. After that, the statements are executing. Whereas in case of do while, first statements are executing. After that, condition is checking there. It is also for iteration. First statements are executed. Condition is checked. True. Again, statements will be executed. Condition will be checked. True. Again, statements will be executed. Condition will be checked. If it is false, then comes out of the loop. So both are for iteration. To execute some set of statements repeatedly based on a condition. Then what is the difference between them? In case of while, first condition is checking. After that, only statements are executing. Whereas in case of do while, first statements are executing, after that condition is checking. So even though the condition is not satisfied, at least once the statements will be executed in case of do while. But that is not the case in case of while. Let us see the difference between the two things. I'll take one example here. Understand what is the difference between them? Both are used to execute some set of statements
Sir.
repeatedly based on a condition. Yeah, definitely. You have to learn all these things. Why? Because you are going to make use of them, these logical writing of programs in our test scripts there. Right now, I explained you while statement. Just to give a small example to you, why I'm teaching you all the things. You are a tester. Even then, why I'm going to the basics in depth like this. Why I have to do this. You will understand. I'll just show a small example to you for this. See, I have some website with me. This is what is the website I have. Redbus.in website. I'm testing this website. What I'm testing is date field I'm testing. Whether the date selection is properly happening or not, I'm testing. So what my requirement, whatever day, whatever month I want, I have to select. Is that selection process is working properly or not? I'm testing as a test engineer. So this website is developed by the developer and he implemented some date selection process. Whether the date selection process is working or not, we are testing as a tester. Through automation testing, we are doing that. So what I should do here, a small logic I have to apply. Let me show you that program once. One second. I'm opening another project. Opening the project. So everything, whatever I'm teaching to here, definitely we are going to make use in our testing. Otherwise, I don't discuss that with you. See, I have some programming logic here. See, first of all, I'm asking the user, enter the month to select. User has given some month name and later on, I'm going to ask the user to enter the day to select. User has given some day. Then I'm opening my redbus.in website. I'm clicking on the date field. Then what I have to do, I have to select a month here. Simple, see the manual logic here. Now see, what I'll do, user is giving something like October 20th has to be selected by the user. So what the user is giving is month to select is October he given and day to select is 20th he given. So month is October he given, day is 20th he given. But in my calendar, what I have, if I observe my calendar, I have AUG 2022, SCPT 2022, OCT 2022. So even the user is looking for October in the program, in the page, I don't have October, I have only OCT. So what I should do, From the user given month, I have to take first 3 characters, OCT. In the calendar month also, I have to take first 3 characters. Both are matched or not, I have to check. If both are matched, then go to day selection. If both are not matched, like October, I want to have. So user given month name is October. From that, take OCT. And in the calendar month name, first 3 characters. What it is? AUG. Both are not matched. Then click right arrow button. Again, is it September? Is it October? No. Click right arrow button. Is it OCT? Yes, both are matched. Then stop. Means what? Until my condition is failed, I'm keep on doing the right arrow button clicking. So what I'm doing now, I'm writing a while statement here. What I'm doing in the while statement, taking the, this is my month selection. How? Taking the month field from that first 3 characters. If it is not equal to the user given first 3 characters, then I will click on the right arrow button. Some while logic I'm writing there. So whenever repeatedly, like clicking of the right arrow button, repeatedly I have to do until my month matches. Then a while statement I'm writing. So whatever I'm teaching you here, later on in our testing, we are going to make use of them. Got it? Don't worry about that example I shown to you now in testing example. When we go to testing, you will understand that. I hope you understand now why I'm taking some time here in the basic fundamentals of Java. How good you are in these fundamental knowledge, Selenium scripting becomes that much easy for you. Right. So don't feel unnecessarily I'm teaching Java. Everything what I'm teaching is important to you. Be concentrate, do practice. You will understand when you go to your testing. Mainly when you go to the job, you will understand. Even with my experience, I'm telling. Some experienced Selenium testers also will come to my course to join and learn Java. Why? Because when they are moving from one job to other job, they are good at Selenium, but they are not good at Java. In the interview time, they will ask the Java questions, which they are failing. So they will come back and learn Java concepts. So don't do that mistake. Be concentrate. You don't need to go anything extra than what I am teaching to you. Just concentrate on these things. Do practice. Any doubts you are having, let me know. Be up to date with your subject. Then testing becomes quite easy to you. Right, coming back. Any questions to anybody?
No, Venkat.
Yeah. Now let us see an example for do while. My requirement is I want to take username password from the user until the user gives the correct username as Java and correct password as programs. I want to keep on ask the user to provide username password until the user gives correct username as Java and correct password as programs. Let me take a new class file here, calling it as using do while. Now I'm going to take one scanner class to take input from the user. Scanner sc equal to new scanner of system.in. Why? I would like to take some username password. So creating one user ID and password, two strings, two string variables I'm creating. And after that, I'm writing my do while loop. Do while user ID not equals to Java or password not equals to programs. I'm writing some do while statement until the username equals to Java and password equals to programs. Password not so means what? My according to my application, correct username is Java, correct password is programs. Suppose if the user is not giving the username as Java or not giving the password as programs, I should again ask him to give the username password. Here I'm going to say enter username and whatever the user is typing, storing in this variable. Enter password, and whatever the user is typing, storing in this variable. Now let me run the program. Username. I want to use print. Same line I want to have. Wrong username, wrong password I given. So once again it is asking, enter username, enter password. This time what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to give correct username and wrong password. Again it will ask me because I didn't give correct credentials there. Next time wrong username, correct password I given. Once again it will ask me. Now let me try to give correct username and correct password. Now what should happen?
Execute.
It should stop, right? It should not ask me any more username and password because I given correct username password. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Now let me try to execute. What is happening now?
Asking again username.
Again it is asking username password. What is happening here? Logically what we written is absolutely correct, but syntactically something is wrong here. See why it is wrong. For that you have to understand this one. In Java, double equal to is used to compare, equality, or say used to perform equality comparison between two primitive type data types. Means what? Integer, double, boolean, such kind of things. And not equality, it is used to perform not equality comparison between two primitive type data types. Like for example, I give an int I equal to some 10 and int j equal to 20. And somewhere I'm saying if I equal to j, means what I'm trying to do, we are verifying is I value equal to j value or not. If I am going to say if I not equal to j, it is verifying is I value not equal to j value or not. This is the equality comparison between two primitive types and not equality between two primitive types. Now coming to here in our program, what we are using here, user ID, password, string. String is primitive type or non-primitive type?
Primitive type.
Primitive type. Is user ID, string is primitive type. Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Then what comes under non-primitive type?
No, sir. String is non-primitive type.
String is non-primitive type. Object, string, array, these are non-primitive types. So for non-primitive type, this equality, not equality don't work. That's why you are not getting the correct result here. Then how we can compare the non-primitive types? For that, we are having something called as equals method. The equals method is used to compare whether is used to perform comparison between two strings. For example, I have a string called S1 with something like .NET, and I have a string called S2 with Java. I said if S1 dot equals S2, that means is S1, it is verifying is S1 equals to S2 or not. If S1 not S1 dot equals S2, what it means? Verifying is S1 not equal to S2 or not. This is the equality comparison between two strings, and this is the not equality comparison between the two strings. Getting? I will make use of it here. This is equality, this is not equal. S1 dot equals S2 or not S1 dot equals S2 means is S1 not equals to S2. What it means? I will use that logic now. So in my program, what I will do is, instead of writing this, I will say not user ID dot equals Java or not password dot equals to programs. Same thing, is user ID not equal to password? We are checking. Let me run this. Once again, I'm giving wrong username, wrong password. It is asking me the credentials. This time I'm giving correct username, wrong password. Once again asking wrong username, correct password. Once again asking. But if I give correct username, correct password, it is stopping. No more asking of username, password, because you've given the correct credentials there. This is the way how you can able to work with while and do while. In case of while, first condition will be checked. After that, the statements will be executed. Whereas in case of do while, first statements will be executed. After that, statements are going to be executed. First statements execution, after that condition checking in case of do while. In case of while, first condition checking, after that statements execution. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Can I ask some questions? Like, I think it is silly or not. I don't know. Just I'm asking. So, how can we know that this logic we will use to execute like for this one?
With your experience, you will understand it. Okay. See, if I am asking you now, I teach you some examples up to these 1 or 2 classes.
Yes.
Now I'm going to ask you something like I want to I want to calculate some annual salary. Uh, that example already we saw. So whenever a question is asked for you, like based on some condition satisfaction, you want to do something. Like for example, I have some two variables, username, password. If my username is Java and password is programs, I have to go to my home page. Otherwise, I have to give an error message to the user. This is my logic. My requirement is if my username is Java and password is programs, then I want to go to my home page. Otherwise, I want to get an error message. So I want to print. If username is Java and password is programs, then I want to print that you entered correct login details. Otherwise, I want to display you entered wrong login details. Then out of this if else, nested if else, while and do while, which one you will use?
If else.
If else. What I'm
Yeah.
asking, when the username is Java and password is programs, I want to do something. Otherwise, I want to do something. So based on some condition, I'm executing some statements. And when the condition is true, if code block will execute, otherwise else code block will execute. So the situation
Yeah.
will guide you what kind of statements you have to use there. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it. Thank you.
right. Yeah. Now, like while and do while, we have another statement for iteration. That is for loop. Like while or do while, for iterating the statements, we are having a for loop. So I'm going to say for initial value, condition, increment or decrement. And here some statements I'm going to provide. So the for loop is also used for iteration. But what you are doing in the for loop, we are going to provide what is the initial value, what is the condition, what is the increment or decrement. Means you are fixing the number of iterations in the for loop. In case of while or do while, we don't know how many times the execution is going to happen. See, for example, see this do while loop. Tell me how many number of times this execution is going to happen.
Giving correct username password until that one will execute.
So 2 times, 10 times, we don't know.
Yes.
So in case of while or do while, number of iterations, we don't know how many times they will execute. Until the condition is failed, they are keep on execute like that. But in case of for, we are fixing the number of iterations. I'm going to say for this is increment by 1. For int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 20, I plus plus. Every time what I'm doing is the value of I am printing. See, initially I value 1, 1 less than or equal to 20, correct, 1 is printed. increase I by 1, I becomes 1, 2. 2 less than or equal to 20, correct, print 2. Next I incremented by 1, 3. 3 less than or equal to 20, correct, print 3. Like that 20 times the loop will execute. 1 to 20 numbers you are going to execute. You will get 1 to 20 numbers. This is what is for loop. For loop is used to fix the number of iterations. Like increment, we can also have decrement there. This is decrement by 1. For int j equal to 1, j less than or equal to 20, j plus plus. J equal to 20, or I only can use I equal to 20, I greater than or equal to 1, I minus minus, I said. Printing the I value again. So this time what I am doing? Reverse loop I am doing. 20 to 1 in the reverse order I am going to print. You can have forward looping. We can have reverse looping also. You can see that 21 in reverse order it is going to come there. This is 1 by 1 incrementation. This is 1 by 1 decrementation. In the similar way, if you want to perform 2 to incrementation, how to do it? Increment by 2. For int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 20, I plus equal to 2 you have to say to increment by 2. I plus equal to 2 means I equal to I plus 2. Let me run and see the result. 13579 like that, you are getting the results there. Few points you have to remember. I plus plus stands for I equal to I plus 1. Similarly, I plus equal to 1 means I equal to I plus 1 again. I plus equal to 2 means I equal to I plus 2. These are all increments. I minus minus stands for I equal to I minus 1. I minus equal to 1 also I equal to I minus 1. I minus equal to 2 means I equal to I minus 2. These are all increments. These are all decrements. So for iteration purpose, we are going to make use of For iteration, we are having three statements: while, do while, and for. In case of while and do while, we don't know how many number of iterations are there. Whereas in case of for, we can fix the number of iterations with the help of while and do while. Any questions? Any questions to
No,
anybody?
sir. No, sir.
Right.
No, sir.
Yeah, remaining statements we'll see in tomorrow's class. Do practice. Any questions are there, let me know. It's nothing but practice. Once this conditional statements chapter is completed, then I'll give some exercise to you based on all the topics we discussed. Some exercise I'll give to you for practice purpose. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.